She's back.
Oh, yes, I am.
Today, Pooki's going to be talking about finding her roots in Hawaii.
Oh, my
How do
goodness.
can you see the islands there on that
I
thumbnail?
can. That's an awesome thumbnail, honey. I love it.
Isn't it clever? Welcome to Sunday Inspiration Live. I'm Bob Baker. That's Pooki Lee. That's Keone down there in his little floating dog bed. And this is Sunday Inspiration Live. We're going to kick things off with everyone's favorite wake-up song.
Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I feel so grateful. When I wake up in the morning, I feel so alive. When I wake up in the morning, I feel the spirit. Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm here to thrive.
All right, sing along with Keone.
So I wake up every day. Wake up, this is what I say. Wake up, I am so free. Wake up, and I'm free to be me. I'm free to be me. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. 3 weeks of solo Bob you had to deal with. And we had fun, didn't we? Got to explore some topics that maybe I wouldn't have otherwise. Got to play some original songs that maybe don't see the light of day that often because they're solo songs. And so that was fun. But it's a breath of fresh air. It's good to have this woman back.
I'm back.
She's back in a big way. So she happens to be back on the Sunday of this month where we are performing at the Center for Spiritual Living. We play live there for one Sunday service every month. So that means we have to make this an abbreviated one.
Yep, it's going to be a little short, folks. That's okay.
Yes.
It's going to be power-packed.
No longer than an hour instead of our usual 90 minutes. And so yeah, we're going to have to stay on track here to get out of Dodge on time. And we do as much preparation as possible. Like I got, actually I'm wearing the clothes we're going to wear to CSL, which
Right.
is not something I don't always do.
Right? We're kind of almost ready to go.
Yeah, the dog's been fed. He'll need to be walked or taken outside before we, hit the road.
The car loaded.
Yeah. So the guitar needs to be put away. And so Pookie's got a bunch of stuff to share with you on her trip to Hawaii. And some stuff she discovered along the way. So stick around for that. Let's get activated with the centering breath, which we always like to do early on here. So I'll play behind you as you lead them through this.
All right. So I just want you to kind of maybe take a look at that water that's behind me. And just bring your attention to the water. This beautiful water. And no matter where that water is in the world, that water is touching the land on which you live, because all bodies of water are connected. And so, we're coming together in our heart space, but we can also come together in this water space and realizing that the waters that our land is connected to each other, and we're connected through these sacred waters. And then we have our own breath. This air that we breathe, it's the same air that we're all breathing on this beautiful Mother Earth. And we can breathe together, feeling the energy of the water, maybe moving within our own bodies, because we're water beings. Are mostly water. As we're feeling that in our physical bodies, this water, this gentle water that is who we are. Let us connect with this breath and breathe in this sacred air, connected to each one of us in this divine circle, this divine space of all creation that we are participating in. So let us breathe in together this essence of love that's all in the atmosphere, that's all in the air, because we are breathing it in to being every day. So let's breathe some of that love in. Let's breathe it in. Just hold it in our heart just for a minute. Just hold it right there, that love, that love. And from that place within you, release more love in the world. Okay, let's do that again. We're infusing love into the air, into the atmosphere. And in that, we're connecting our loved one to another. Right here, right now. Ready? Let's do it again. Love, 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 love. Hold it in your heart. Let it swim around your heart for a minute. Then release love into the world. Oh, are you getting a little love filled right now? All right, one more time. So do this one, make this one really, 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 really good. Our grand finale. Let's breathe in this energy of love that is so palpable in the air. Let's breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in. Hold it. Wrap it around your heart. Let it go. Wow, how was that? A journey. Love is love is love. We have the ability to create more love in any moment. We just need to breathe love into being. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that was loud enough.
That was loud enough. It was wowed enough, that's for sure. A lot of people saying, wow. That was great. So we're going to come back and highlight some individual comments in just a bit here. But just first, I just want to acknowledge folks that are here joining us live, like Debbie, of course, Lisa Shepard, the head honcho of helpfulness. It's always here. So she is your official greeter along with the other members of the High Vibe tribe. Holly Ann's here from Dubai. Hi, Judith. Hello, Kelly Alexander. Corazon is here. Carrie, is that you? Are you from the Caribbean? Is it Caribbean? Liz is here. Lawanda, Jillian, Jessica. Oh, by the way, Jessica, we will not cut Bob's Comedy Corner. I have a great one lined up for you, so have no fear. And I'm glad that you enjoy that every Sunday. Amira, Mary Lou, Pamela, Jennifer, Sarita.
Wow, everybody. Welcome.
Look at all this.
Yay.
Crystal and Joe and May is here earlier. So awesome. So and Lisa Sherman. We got our dual Lisas here. We got Donna, we got the Jewish Queen, we got Mary Lou. Oh my gosh, Elizabeth was here earlier leaving a comment. So thank you all for being here. And we're going to keep things rolling along since it's our short Sunday with an original song that is definitely an affirmation. I believe this affirmation was actually, there's a lot of overlap in different affirmations. It's hard to say who originated the actual specific wording, but I think I'm most familiar with this phrase from Abraham Hicks, I'm pretty sure. Although it sounds like something Louise Hay would have said too. But I turned this affirmation into a song.
There we go.
And it's a rockin' song at that.
It is.
Let's play it, shall we?
Do it, baby.
No matter what happens in my life, I know I'm living the dream. Like when I'm driving in my car and all the lights are green. Everything is always working out for me. Sing it again. Everything is always working out for me. Sometimes my blessings get covered up and they're hard to find. But even when the sky is gray, I know the sun still shines. Here we go. Everything is always working out for me. Say it again. Everything is always working out for me. In the dark of night,
In the light of day,
when I lose myself,
when I find my way.
in the dark of night,
In the light of day,
when I lose myself,
when I find my way.
in the dark of night,
In the light of day,
when I lose myself,
when I find my way.
in the dark of night,
In the light of day,
when I lose myself.
when I find my way, I know
Everything's alright. Everything's alright. When I open up my heart, abundance flows to me.
Oh, baby.
I accept all life's ups and downs. That's how it's supposed to be. Here we go. Everything is always working out for me. Yeah, I'll sing it again. Everything is always working out for me. I want to hear you now. Everything is always working out for me. Sing that again. Everything is always working out for me. I said it's working out for me. That's right. It's always working out for me. It's always working out for me.
Oh, wow.
If that didn't wake you up, I don't know what will.
And it's true. Everything always is working out for you. When you get into those nits and those hard places where you want something else, all right, or you don't want it to be the way that it is, just stop for a minute. And I too have to remind myself of this because sometimes I think I know what's best, and I don't. I really don't, and but what I do know is best is to, from that place of knowing that everything is always working out for me, then I can live in my happiness. I can live in my joy, right? People want to know, what's your secret? Well, if one of my secrets, one of the things that I practice is this. Everything's always working out for me, no matter what it looks like. Sometimes things look really crazy, like, how in the heck is this going to work out for me? Because I certainly cannot see it, and thank God I cannot see it, because what actually is made manifest is something so much greater than anything I could have ever imagined. So stop trying. Just accept.
Yeah.
Embrace your life as it is. Learn to love your life, right? Figure it out.
And you can accept what your life is now and be grateful for it and still aspire for more. You can still have a vision for your life that you're moving toward, but you can simultaneously be grateful for what is now, accepting where you are now, and then taking those first steps or those baby steps to, to move to a.
Well, the crazy thing is that once you accept where you are, it changes into something greater.
Yeah.
Into something greater, right? It's crazy.
So,
it's an interesting way in which the world really works.
yeah.
And and we're beginning to understand that, or I'm beginning to understand that. Let me speak in I'm beginning to understand that more and more. So yeah, you want to be happy. Everything's always working out for you. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That helps a lot.
Oops. Sorry. Yes, as Lisa posted here, I have the ability to highlight comments, and Lisa has put there, is this your first time here? Where are you watching from? Yeah, let us know if you can able to leave a comment. Another thing about comments, I wanted to also make you aware that we are streaming live to 3 different places. The primary place that we're trying to attract a traffic or whatever to go to is Pooki's YouTube channel. So we're streaming live there. We're streaming live also simultaneously on my Affirmations YouTube channel and Pookie's Facebook page. So wherever you're watching, if I'm referencing comments that you don't see, it's because they're showing up on the other platforms. This software I has feeds all the comments from all 3 sources into our little box here, but you're only going to see the comments that are from other people that are from on the platform that you're on. Although Lisa is posting on all 3. She was like she is like ultimate multitasker on Sunday mornings. We so appreciate her for doing that. Hey, in recent weeks, I have been teasing that something new is coming that I'm really excited about. Been kind of years. I've been mulling it over. I've done similar things in the past, but I finally launched this new thing, and it is a new interview series. Let me play this little quick promo video that explains exactly what it is. So let's check this out. I've got some breaking news about a new interview series I'm launching that's coming to my Affirmations YouTube channel and podcast. It's called The Inspired Life. Every week, I'll interview someone living their passion and making an impact with their gifts and talents. For instance, you'll meet a woman who teaches psychics and spiritual entrepreneurs how to build a 6-figure business, and another woman who rose from poverty to become an international growth strategist and professional speaker. You'll hear the personal stories of a successful musician who earns a full-time living as a solo pianist, and an independent musician who generates 1 billion streams of his music every year. Amazing. You'll also meet 2 creative entrepreneurs who refused to be starving artists. One Australian painter earns an annual 6-figure income, while another visual artist in the UK has generated $1 million in revenue over the past 3 years. You'll also meet the Indigenous medicine woman from Canada who became a Hay House author and spiritual mentor. The Inspired Life interview series will offer these stories and many more, so stay tuned. So that's it. That's the announcement. I've already interviewed like 7 amazing people. Those a lot of them I highlighted there. And the first one went live just this past Friday morning. At this point, I'm planning on posting a new one every Friday morning. And so the first one, oops, that's not it. Here it is.
That was me.
Yep. So our friend, a new friend, Tana Newberry. She's I referred to her as the psychic CEO whisperer, and so she helps people who are psychics or spiritual entrepreneurs to build their businesses into like not just to be able to do readings and things and make money from it, but to build it into like a luxury brand. And so a lot of these, I'm going to be interviewing amazing people doing pretty phenomenal things, and I'm a creative entrepreneur myself, so I'm going to be asking a lot of questions about how they built their business and what drives them and the philosophy that allowed them to do what they do. So hopefully it'll be inspiring for you, even if you're not if you're listening to an interview with a musician and you're not a musician, I think you'll still get a lot of value out of them, just that knowing that the mindset of some of these people that are doing great things in the world. I want to highlight them. And so that's, the first one is...
Yeah, no, there's so many amazing people doing so many things that are great, right? And it's really, really awesome to be able to have their voices come forward.
Yeah.
And have them share their story because it inspires us, because here's the thing. If anybody has done anything, if anybody has done it, you can do it.
You can do it too.
If anybody has done it, you can do it. Real quick, I want to shout out to Amelia Williams. I say, hi, this is why I'm not able to come to the Sunday morning drumming circles. She leads a group here in St. Louis on Sunday mornings, a women's circle, and they drum. I think it's once a month, and today is the day. And I'm like, oh, I'll never be able to come because I'm here. But I'm sending so much love to you and to all of the women today that will be drumming and be experiencing healing and all the good things that come from that medicine, that divine medicine. And
And won't you have your own women's drumming event tomorrow night in St. Louis?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Sometimes you hear this kind of voice calling you forward to do something that really speaks deeply to your heart and to your journey. And tomorrow night is one of those events I'm doing. I am a woman with a drum, and it's not a drum circle. It's not. We're not coming to drum. We're coming to build a relationship with our drum. So it's very, very different. We're going to be doing a lot of deep work. And it's going to be kind of ceremonial and feeling. We'll be connecting our hearts to our drums and meditations and things. So it's going to be really beautiful. I'm excited for it.
So if you're in St. Louis or know a woman in St. Louis who would like to attend,
She has to have her own drum.
Yeah, you have to bring your own
You
drum.
have to have it has to be yours. It cannot be borrowed, because we're going to be working with these drums in a really beautiful way, and you want to imbue all that beauty and love and joy into your drum. So
It's the Center for Spiritual Living, where we play one Sunday a month, and it starts at 7 p.m. Correct?
Yeah,
And it's a
7 p.m.
20
Ooh, I'm getting excited.
Is it a
just thinking about it.
$25 admission fee?
It is.
Okay. Just wanted to give all the details here. Oh, I guess. Oh, Lisa actually found I think she found the event, which I neglected to look up.
Oh, it's all good.
So, all right, cool.
It's all good. Everything's always working out for me.
Let's just check in with some comments here, because we need to keep things moving along. We're going to get to half of what we have planned here.
That's a part of finding my roots too.
Benita says, yes, we are women with a drum.
Yes, Benita.
Oh, Lawanda says, I'm originally from St. Louis, but living in Texas. Well,
hey, Lawanda.
We're holding the fort down here in your previous...
yeah, let us know if you come back to visit.
Mary Lou says, looking forward to these. I'm pretty sure she's referring to the Inspired interview series, or Inspired Life interview series. Benita also says, nice to see your beautiful smile, Pooki.
Benita, thank you.
Jennifer definitely wants to see the interviews, but go to my affirmations channel and check out the one with Tana, because that is live now. Joe says, your new project seems very inspiring. That's why I called it The Inspiring Life. And Lisa posted the direct link in the live stream comments, at least, to it on my YouTube channel there. So check that out. And once I get a couple of them up, I'll create a playlist on my... no sense in having a playlist with one, but as soon as I get 2 or more, I will create a playlist on my channel, so you can go to all of them. Will be in one convenient place. Michelle says, good morning from Utah. Hi, Deanne. She's looking forward to this. Let's see here. So Sarita says, hi, Bob and Pooki. I'm on YouTube from Dallas. All right. Texas.
Good morning, Dallas.
We got a number of people from Texas. And then your friend Amelia is out in Wentzville, which I guess you already knew that, which is kind of out west of St. Louis here.
No, we're everywhere. We're in like all these different little places all over the city. It's great. I love it so much.
Eileen says, the universe grabbed us this morning for our new theme. I can't wait to see what it is. Debbie says she's going through a challenging moment. Let's all start time. So let's send Debbie some love. She's a regular here, our friend over in the United Kingdom. So,
yeah.
Eileen says, good morning from north of Seattle. Also, I was singing. Jennifer says, I was out singing and dancing on my patio. I love that. We like it when it's a nice way to disturb the neighbors. On a Sunday, if you're singing, jamming along with us here.
Well, you're at least singing positive words.
And Whispers from the Universe said, watched last week for the first time, but not live. Oh, so you're a first timer watching live from South Africa. That's awesome. All right. Kelly says, learning to embrace even the challenges, of course. Yeah, if you're going to appreciate and be grateful for things in life, it's not just the good stuff. Yeah, be grateful for it all.
That's right.
What lessons can you learn? And yes, we sang a song just a little while ago. So that's probably the only one we're going to do live. But if time allows, we will end with a dance song.
It probably won't be any time being.
We'll see. Yeah. Good morning from Mexico. Let's see here. Guillermina, good morning from Tucson. And Debbie likes affirmation songs. This is from earlier. We were jamming out on that song, Dance Time from the Couch. Let's see there. Any new... Oh, there's Joanna Godwin, our good friend from Florida.
Joanna!
your number one blonde realtor. That's a great handle there. Oh, enjoying it from the hot tub in Waynesville, Ohio. That's a great way to. All right. Good morning from the road, traveling today back to Nebraska. All right. All right. So I think. Oh, Dawn says good morning, Bob and Pookie. All right, cool. So let's celebrate. As even though we have a shortened, broadcast here, our friends who gather and put together Studio B every week still got together. I mean, it's I guess regardless, it's still 5 seconds of glory
Right.
for them, and so they are gathered next door. And so, Crystal, are you ready? Uh, are you ready for the countdown? Because for you first timers, for anyone celebrating, just for anyone who's alive and grateful for their life, we have a standing ovation for you right now. And we're going to cue them in the next room with the count of five, counting down from five, five, four, three, two, one, and go. All right. So there you go. Oh, I think it's time. Yep, for the main talk. So what I need to do is I need to get this set up on my phone here. So I guess I'm going to sit here and man the. But go ahead and start setting this up while I find the photos. Okay. So basically, yeah, you spent 3 weeks in Hawaii,
Yeah.
and you got some things
And
you
I really
want to
wasn't
share.
and I really wasn't even planning on going back because we were just there in January. I was just there in January with my kids. And so I felt like I really hadn't planned on going back. However, there's this woman, and her name is Susan Stanton, and there's a photograph of her in this little array of photos. And she had recently found out about her Hawaiian bloodline, even though she was born and raised on Oahu and all the things. She has Lakota that she's aware of, but she didn't know about her Hawaiian roots, right? Her Hawaiian blood. Anyhow, recently she found those things out. So we share a lot of the same things in common because I've been raised my whole life dancing hula and living a Hawaiian quote life here on the mainland with my family. However, my father, many of you may or may not know, but my father wasn't really a part of my life, and any information about my dad really wasn't forthcoming. And so my Hawaiian blood would have come from that line of my family. And so it was like said that I was to have this blood and all this stuff. So I always had this relationship with Hawaii like, is this my land? Is this not my land? Is this really my home? Do I really know? Because I really didn't have like solid information that for sure I did, because on my mother's side, my grandmother, as beautiful and luscious and gorgeous as she was Portuguese and Filipino. And so she was very beautiful, but she didn't have the Hawaiian blood in her. And so then there was this, it's this whole when we question who we are or our own identity or where we come from or what is our people. So I recently, through all this ancestral, people finding their roots, right? It's really become a popular pastime, and a lot of people, as they're getting older, become more interested in this. So my mother's been doing family trees, and then she's been finding and connecting to people. Well, right before I left for Hawaii, I found out that my mother had found someone who was on my father's side of my family. And so it's like, okay, you have this one little cell right here, and now you can start building this tree. Well, she had done a lot of work, and it comes to find out that I have at least they've been able to trace 10 generations of Hawaiian blood. And I come from the Poki Palas, which we think is kind of funny because my name is Pooki and my great grandmother was Polly, Polly Poki Pun.
And you're Pookie.
Yes, and I'm Pookie. Anyhow, and I come from the Browns. My lineage comes from that family as well. Very, very prominent families in Hawaii. So
And you had no, you
and I
knew
had
nothing about this until
I
just
didn't know anything about this. I thought
yeah.
maybe I was a little Hawaiian, like I was like I had some Hawaiian in me from somewhere, but really couldn't really verify it because I really had no connection to my dad. So 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 this time, as I'm getting ready to go to Hawaii, and the only reason that I'm going, as I was getting ready to say, was because while I was there in January, I saw Susan had posted a trip to Hawaii about Hawaiian culture, and she had promised me that she was going to teach me some of the Hawaiian things that I didn't get because I wasn't island raised. She was going to be my mentor. So I thought to myself, if she's going to Hawaii and she's doing a Hawaiian culture, I want to go. So I called her and immediately asked if I could attend. And she says, well, of course you can. You're going to be dancing hula. So I got to go and not only participate, dance hula, but I also got to bring my mom. You'll see some of the photos. So for me, this trip to Hawaii was so much more than I'd ever realized possible because now I was coming and I had more of a sense of myself like, oh my gosh, these are my people. This is my island. This is my mountain. This is my land. These are my ancestors. And the history of the Hawaiian people goes back thousands of centuries, right? Thousands of years, let me say that. And so it's really we've been there for a long time, and we've been up to 100,000 living on the islands. So this was before we were discovered by colonists. So so this whole trip it was so much more for me, like being on the land, walking to these places, going and being with these beautiful, powerful beings that were guiding us. Our guides were Pua Case, who was the leader of the stand for Mauna Kea against the telescope. This little 5'4", 5'2" woman, just full of might and feeling so inspired by her vision, her calling to protect that mountain and the support that she had. And her daughter and her best friend were the first that were to run up the mountain when the bulldozers were going up to the mountain. They were the ones at the top of the mountain to stop it until more people came. So I was guided by those individuals who are holding Hawaii in their hearts and in their deepest care, and that are standing for not only our lands but for the people, because we're running out of land and more people keep coming and buying, and the Hawaiians are having a very difficult time on the island. So for me, it was a deep dive into my roots. And I got to experience things that I had been introduced to in the past. I got to experience them on a much deeper level. To do ceremony at the volcano at Kilauea, and to be at Mauna Kea, where they held their footing and they did not allow our sacred mountain to be desecrated, was a whole new experience, because these were my people. This was my land. This was my mountain. And so I want to encourage you, no matter who you are or where your ancestors hail from, I want you to know that in your lineage is a beautiful, beautiful story of who you are. You know, mine just happens to be Hawaii. And there are aspects of the Hawaiian culture that are not so beautiful, you know. But who you are and where you come from and your people, especially like in Europe and that, we want to focus on the colonists and all that, but go beyond that, go back. Go back to the time when women were drummers in your communities, because they were all over the world, right? Women held the drum. Women had a very important role in community, honored and revered, and deeply, deeply respected and held up in a way that we have not experienced in a very long time. The temples of the goddesses, of Isis, of all of that. So no matter who you are or where your physical body hails from, within your lineage is beauty and divine essence and the beautiful story of creation. It's just told from your lands and from your people. And it's just as beautiful as the story of Hawaii. Just as it's just different. So I say find your own roots so that you can feel connected to your land, so that you don't feel like, you're trying to adopt, be adopted into a culture that's not your own. So I just want to say that. So now for me, this experience has been extremely deep. My relationship with my mother changing too at the very same time, right? And just so much love that I have for her as I get to witness my mom aging, and not so gracefully. And it's difficult, so I'm learning so many things, so many things. But so it was a beautiful time. And so some of these first photos, I think, are me and my mom. Oh, well, no, this is,
Hang on. First of all, let me get it showing. Hopefully it will. There we go.
okay, is, this is a flower array that my sister made for me when we were getting ready to go do hula with our mom. Out of the flowers in the yard, this is my grandmother's house, and she was a hula dancer, so she planted, her entire yard was planted with flowers and leaves and everything that hula dancers would need in order to make their skirts and their hair pieces. My grandmother planted on her property. And so these are some of the flowers from her yard, and we made these beautiful hair pieces as we're getting ready to go dance hula and give our offering at this cultural retreat. There we are. Well, we're all dressed, ready to go. My sister there is on the right, and of course my beautiful mom in the middle. And here we are ready to go into Wild the Clouds. You're not going to see too many pictures of me in here because I'm taking the photos, and I actually just really had all that I had on my camera, so it's all good. Yeah, there's one more. We're getting ready to go. She looks beautiful. She really came alive. She's been an entertainer and a hula teacher, a teacher of Hawaiian history for a really long time, and all she needs is a little bit of an audience, and then her lights on, camera, action. She's rolling. We're good to go. So, all right. This is our very first day is at the City of Refuge, and remember I told you there was a woman and her best friend Lana Kila who ran up the mountain. That is Havani Rios there with the glasses on. And she is a Hawaiian. She's a Hawaiian activist. She was the one, and that's her partner there behind her. She was the one that was up at the top of the mountain with Lanakila, calling her mother Puakes while her mother was a school teacher, and telling her, "Mom, I think I'm going to be arrested today. The bulldozers are coming up the mountain, and Lanakila and I are going to defend it." And so that's me and my sister, her partner, and Havani Rios. And Havani, I don't know if you could find any of her music. It's on YouTube. Creates these amazing tributes to the islands, the people, the land through music, and has beautiful, powerful videos. Havani Rios, and she has one song is called Mana Wahine, and it speaks to the power of the women. And so we were there with her at the City of Refuge. Next one, babe. And this here is when we were with her at Kilauea. That's the caldera there. And this is where we had done ceremony at the edge of the crater. And so here's our offering. And
is that a volcano
that's
crater?
the volcano.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Kilauea. And this is Lehua. This is the flower of the island of Hawaii. It only grows in Kilauea because of the nature of the land, the temperature, the atmosphere. So it's a very, very rare flower, and that's the lehua flower, which is representational of the volcano and goddess Pele. Okay, so we're full on into the journey. We visited the city of refuge and Kilauea, and now we are with men of Pa'a, and they have helped us prepare an imu. And this is an underground oven, as you can see all the banana leaves on top of that smoking pile. There's actually food underneath there, and it's being cooked by heated rocks. And so this is how Hawaiians would cook a lot of their food. Usually, back in the day, they would catch a boar, a wild boar, and they would put the boar in the earth, and then all of the fixings would go in with the boar, and then they would cover it all up and put all the rock in, and they'd let it cure for a few hours, like 6 or 8 hours, and then when they would open it up and pull it out, the meat would be all tender and all of the fixins would be ready to eat. So there we are preparing the imu. And those are some of the people that I'm on this trip with. I've now left my mother and my sister in Kona, and we're headed over to the Hilo side. Here we're learning to make tea leaf leis. Tea leaf is a sacred Hawaiian plant, and the green tea leaf is known to bring good luck and protection to the wearer. So here we are learning how to make tea leaf plants, and these are the members of the group I was with. There was about 20 of us that were on this tour. A lot of indigenous grandmothers here. So it was really wonderful to be with them and to be with their medicine, and as they were coming to honor the culture of Hawaii. Yeah. This is a very interesting photograph. I love this because we're making our way down. In 2018, a lava flow happened from Kilauea. It was a very big one, and it took out subdivisions. It took out whole regions, and we were taken. The men of Pa'a took us to where the lava had flowed, where there was Lanikai Estates, Leilani Estates, and right here where you're looking at this is where the lava came through. There were actually houses and neighborhoods and streets and families and everything on this land 6 years ago, and the volcano erupted and changed that for many people, changed that area for many people. So we were out there giving honor and offering our prayers, and offering prayers to Pele and offering prayers to the Aina, to all the land, all the people that had lost during that time their land. And this is some of the grandmothers here that are seated in the front, and then some of those that are traveling with us. Not all the grandmothers are in the photograph. There are still some that are roaming around. There were all kinds of activities to do. There was a farm here. We were learning about Hawaiian culture and farming and all the things. So it was really a wonderful experience. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, now this is number 2 as far as getting up to the top of the mountain. That's Lanakila. He was with Havani when they were running up to protect our sacred mountain. And in the background, you see that little there's a bay down there, a little area, an inlet. That is Waipio, the valley of Waipio. It's very, very steep to get down there. And this is what they called the Valley of the Kings. And this is where Kamehameha was held for. This is where he grew up, back in this valley. So this is very, very difficult to get to. Because it's so difficult to get to, they've had a difficult time developing it. So we're so thankful for that, because it still remains a beautiful, really has that deep Hawaiian feeling land down there. When you can get down there, you can hike down there. You just can't drive down there anymore. But so we were there and we were learning about Waipio Valley and and all the beautiful things there. And we brought offerings to the Aina, and it was just a beautiful time. Lanakila has this farm. This is This is kava that we're actually planting right here. Kava is a very popular drink in Polynesia, and it's becoming more popular here in the States as well. You may be familiar with kava bars. Well, kava is a ceremonial drink of many Polynesian cultures, and here we are planting sacred kava that has been gifted to the lands here that Lanakila is in charge of. So he has this whole farm, and he's teaching children about the farming agriculture and about supporting, you know, ancient techniques as far as how we manage the land and teaching that, bringing that forward. So that's Lanakila. So he was another one that was up at the top of Mauna Kea. There he is again. And while I was there, I was asking him because he's a teacher. He teaches Hawaiian culture, and I just said to him in passing, I would love to take a class with you. I said, if you ever are teaching a class and something that I could attend, please let me know. I'll be sure to be here. And he says, oh my goodness. He says, Auntie. Auntie is a term of respect in the Hawaiian Islands. So he says, Auntie. He says, I'm getting ready to do I think I'm going to do something in July. So it'll be online, and I'll let you know. So I've now been able to find a mentor for me in Hawaiian culture, and I'm so excited about that. So it's really good. All right, and there she is. There's the mother, Puakase, the mother of Mauna Kea. She's the one who received the message that she was to go and defend the mountain, and that it was her kuleana, it was her karma in Hawaii. It's the kuleana. It was her mission. It was what she's here to do, was to protect that sacred mountain. On that day, she quit her job as a school teacher, and she dedicated her life to the preservation of Mauna Kea. This is the altar that they created when they were camped at the base of Mauna Kea, stopping the bulldozers from coming up the Mauna. And she was showing us where they had, I think at one time they had 5,000 people that were camped there. She lived there for 9 months, protecting that mountain. She had many, many people come. I think at the height of the stand, there were 50,000 people from all over the world that stood with her to protect that mountain. And because of that, she had indigenous tribes from all over come and stand with her. And many, many actors, famous people came to stand for the mountain. And because of that, she now travels, and she's been to many, many, many demonstrations where indigenous people are standing for the rights of their land and their ancestors and their people. And so she now is activated, worldwide, because she's committed to helping everyone save their sacred mountains, save their waters, right? And so here is the altar. We all went up to pray at the altar, and then that is Mauna Kea in the background. And then there across the street, you can see is the area too where there were many people that were camping. And so I took this picture from the parking lot as we were leaving, and you can see the protectors of the altar there that are keeping the altar safe. And now to a new day. Now we are on our last day. We're preparing to leave. This is the altar for the kava ceremony. On the left there is the kava plant. On the right we have the tea leaf, the sacred tea leaf. Hula skirts were made out of tea leaf at one time. Oh, actually they still are, but just not as often. And then beneath that one tea leaf is a bowl of kava, which we are all preparing to receive the blessings of. So this is our final day on the trip. Go ahead, babe. Oh, I have to tell this story. Okay, real quick, because we're almost out of time. Is this story here is this woman right here. When I was there in January, we went to a festival and we saw these women. They were they were singing around a ceremonial drum, and I'd never seen anything like this before. I've now come to know that there are women who drum around ceremonial drums, but for me, this was the first time for me. So I was like in crazy, wild, mad, insane in love, and so I fell in love with this power that these women expressed, like how they were just so empowered, and they were singing with such vibrant, radiant strength and wisdom, and so I had this idea that, so this is where this whole drumming thing kind of started with this particular drum right here, because this is the drum that I saw. This is the woman that was playing the drum with other women gathered around the drum, and she is the woman. She is Sewa, and Sewa Valencia, and she is out of California, and she is called together a circle that is the Sisters of One Drum, and they gather every month. It's anywhere from 60 to 150 members come and bring their ceremonial drums, and they drum once a month in California. Anyhow, I got to meet her. I got to play this drum. It infused my life with just so much. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I was actually on the drum that inspired like this whole drumming. Like it was the catalyst for all things that are beating in my heart right now as far as drums are going. I've been drumming for 25 years, but something new is moving through me with the drum and with women, and she was the catalyst for this. And so I want to celebrate Sewa. She might even be watching. I don't know. And that's our last final dinner there. As we're getting ready to depart, and I'm getting ready to go back home to my family on the other side of the island, which is really good. And there's Susan. Remember I said you'll see a picture of Susan and I. We're here at the beach. I took them to the beach real quick before they got on the plane to go home. So there we are. We're at Old Airport. This is a beach that I pray at often.
And she lives in Illinois, or it's in
Illinois, yeah.
But she organized this week-long event that you went to, yeah.
Yeah. And this is the beach that Bob and I were married on.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Old Airport?
Oh yeah, my favorite beach. My favorite beach.
One of our many marriage ceremonies.
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
And there's my mom on our very last weekend that I was there. Someone arranged to have a professional photo shoot of my mother and my sister and I, and then some photos from my mom's book. So there's my mom with her dog. Isn't she cute? And there they are. There's Auntie Tutu with my mother and my sister, and there's Maria, and we got everything going on doing this crazy photo shoot. It was so much fun. And our last photo this is a photo of the group as it was as we were traveling around the island, learning about the Hawaiian culture, and so many beautiful people in there. There's Melissa Honeybee. She is she's an apothecary wizard. She is learning from the land. There's Susan in the yellow on the left-hand side over there by Wayne. Just beautiful, beautiful people. And then that one in the purple there, that's Gail. She was also one of the organizers of our event. So yeah, what a wonderful trip. So good.
That was something.
So good. So I knew we were going to run out of time, babe. You better go fast on your comedy corner thing.
Yeah, we're gonna. And Lisa, I'm going to arrange a couple things on the chapter markers because we're going to head off. But Pooki's waiting list is going to come now, and then we're going to end with Bob's comedy corner, so you can rearrange those when you do the timestamps. By the way, it's one of many things that Lisa does. But if you come to these videos a few hours afterwards, there'll be timestamps. So if you wanted to skip right to a particular section or a song, or when Pooki starts talking about her heritage, you want to share it with someone, or just watch it again, you can go right to that section without having to scroll through it, or you can watch the whole thing. But since we were just talking about Pooki there, Pooki's also actually in the process of getting a certification with Dr. Mindy Pelz, which she's going to be a health and wellness coach for women, particularly, is it safe to say, women that are more in the menopausal stage of life?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So right now I'm doing this coaching so that I can help you develop a lifestyle that's going to work for you with everything that's happening with your body. So many changes are happening for women. So this is definitely for women. And our bodies are really dictating a lot of things that are happening, and the things that are happening to us are absolutely normal. And we have to be able to respond. We have to respond to that in that kind of way, like not trying to fight it, not trying to have the estrogen when we were 20. That's not what we're going for. We're going for how do we live in the body that is changing and ever evolving, right? And we're moving into the best times of our life. So this is like the most magical time of your life when you start going into menopause. It's because so many things are happening for you and your body's changing, and there are a lot of things and you don't know what's going on. So I'm learning right now how to help you navigate that time. And the whole certification course covers a whole woman's lifespan, but really my focus is wanting to help those of us in my age group, those of us that are moving into menopause. How do we navigate that? It's a very, very challenging time, and I want to help to guide you and to create a lifestyle, help you create a lifestyle that's going to work for you. This isn't about dieting. This is about how it is that what is our relationship with ourselves, with our changing body, and how can we support the changes in our body on a nutritional level, on a physical level, on all the levels. So that's what I'm doing. If this is something that interests you, I've started a waiting list, and I'm going to let people know when it's time. And I just want you to know I'm looking for people who are absolutely very serious about making these changes, because what I want to offer is I want to offer 100% success rate. 100%. And so how I get that is by finding people who want it, who really want it. So when you really want it, let's do it. Let's do this thing. Yeah.
Lisa's popping into the live chat. There's a little link to get on that email list, that waiting list, and you'll also get updates on new videos that she's posting on these topics. And if you're watching, if you're not watching the live stream, it's in the description wherever you're watching it. Probably right below the video is a description with a whole bunch of links, and one of them is that. So we're going to end. This is the first time we've ended with this, but we can't go a Sunday without... It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. Bob's Comedy Corner. All right, and so we get to do a quick version of this, but I didn't want to skip this because it's really important, because today is June 9th, and on this date in 1973, Pooki, you know what happened?
I have no idea.
The Racehorse Secretariat won the Belmont Stakes by an unprecedented 31 lengths to capture the Triple Crown. Of course, earlier he had won the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness, so that's the Triple Crown. The Triple Crown is when you win all three of them. So I thought it would be great to do some horse jokes today.
You're going to horse around?
We're going to horse around for sure. And so here we go, rapid fire.
Go for it, babe.
I'm ready. A horse walks into a bar.
Yeah.
The bartender gave him a glass of water.
Really?
But he couldn't make him drink. A horse walks into a bar.
Okay.
The bartender asked, why the long face?
Why?
Horse walks into a bar. Hey, yells the bar. Oh, you just got the long face joke? The long face? Okay. A horse walks into a bar. Hey, yells the bartender. Yes, please, says the horse. Did you hear the one about the runaway horse?
No.
Yeah, it's a terrible tale of woe. What type of horses come out after dark?
Tell me.
Nightmares. When does a horse talk? When he wants to. Winnie wants to.
Oh, okay. Make sure you get that Winnie.
That's right. I'm trying. I've even highlighted the
Winnie.
Winnie. Here we go. What kind of bread does a horse eat?
What?
Thoroughbred.
Ah.
Why did the boy stand behind the horse?
Have no idea.
Yeah, he thought he might get a kick out of it.
Ah. Yeah. Got that straight.
What did one forgetful horse say to another horse?
What?
The pace is familiar, but I can't remember the mane. The pace is familiar.
It's even funnier when you mess it up.
The pace is familiar, but I can't remember the mane. There we go. Okay. What ailment are horses most afraid of?
What?
Getting hay fever. What do you give a sick horse?
Tell me.
Cough stirrup. Stirrup.
Yep, got it.
What's a horse's favorite sport?
What?
Stable tennis. What did the mother horse say to her baby?
What?
Go to bed. It's past your bedtime. Who were the two most famous horse thieves of all time?
Who?
Bonnie and Clydesdale. Did you hear about the senior citizen horse who lost his balance?
I did not.
He yelled, "I've fallen and I can't giddy up." And finally, one of my favorites. Remember, okay, Pookie.
Yes.
Remember that one Halloween that I turned a lot of heads when I
Yeah.
dressed as a half horse?
Yeah.
That night, I was the centaur of attention. Oh, and this has been
yeah.
It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be wah. Bob's Comedy Corner. All right, thanks so much for being here. We've got to scoot since we got to play some live music down the street. This has been awesome. Please watch the new interview series over on my channels called The Inspired Life. The first one just posted on Friday. Get on Pookie's email list. Like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. Mainly have an awesome day.
Yeah, totally have an awesome day. And don't forget, be you.
Be you, because everyone else is already taken.
Right. Yeah, just be you.
So long for now. Love
You're
you.
so awesome.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.